Same thing as the Jamaicans. And she old too. Oh hell yeah, she need Dr. Spice, y'all. Dr. Spice.
Hi, I'm Jenny Brooks.
Mum and I
Love Nigerian style.
The army doesn't work like that. We've been in the army, we know what it's like. That's when suspicion started creeping in.
Did you ever Skype? Did you ever Skype this person? Or?
We did Skype once, but his camera didn't work. The same usual story you get from all
So you were getting the voice, but you weren't getting that.
And he had an American accent. He had the twang.
And he quickly took your relationship off the dating website as well, didn't he? Onto
Yes,
a private Facebook page.
He got me off Are You Interested very, very quickly. And then onto Facebook, and he asked me to set up a private Facebook profile. I never used Facebook before that. And it was just him and I with our own private Facebook profiles.
And you were in love.
He sent me an engagement ring.
He sent you an engagement ring?
I still wear it on this hand to remind me of the deception, the lies, the deceit, and my fight for justice.
Is the engagement ring a fake?
Yes.
A fake stone?
Yes.
Did you find that out at the time, or you found out later?
I found out later.
Okay.
When do you get a fake engagement ring? They don't got bubblegum machines no more. Wonder where he must have made it at the pad. Nigerians, they real creative.
Bill, you joined a dating site called Gay Romeo after your wife died. Your wife was
He said, I told you that was computer love, because it was like they was married over the computer. You know what I mean? He sent him an engagement ring. That's just as good as sending her like, we married.
30 years, yeah?
Yes.
Died. Why did you join the site?
Oh, Pops didn't join.
When my wife passed away and my two children were grown, I found that society had changed and accepted those who were gay into society far more than what they used to when I was a young person. I've seen that was my opportunity to live,
to have kids and get married.
Life
you see that?
had the way that I was intended, and it was only a short time that my posting had been done that I got this reply.
Gotta bite, y'all.
Which came from a U.S. Army sergeant in the Middle East.
Yeah, he was tired of this shit and society's rules, y'all. He said society forced him to have 2 kids and get married. Damn, if his wife didn't pass away, what would he do? What would he do? How could he come out the closet? Thank God that he was able to come out the closet. I mean, that's what he said. But now he needs,
I was a lonely person.
But now he needs somebody to participate.
For a new life. And what transpired between us.
Every last one of them keep talking this new live script.
Made that promise of being possible.
Did you fall in love with him?
I developed a love of him, but a respect and a willingness to find out more.
So how long did this go on before he started asking you for money?
He didn't ask me for money. He asked me if I would accept delivery of a box, of 2 boxes.
So boxes with money and gold in them?
He dispatched the boxes from Baghdad with a consignment note assigned to a courier, a diplomat courier, and those boxes went to Heathrow in England, and it was when they reached Heathrow that there was a request for certain documents that had not been supplied.
How much money have you spent of your own trying to get those boxes?
The boxes themselves would have probably been
And there's other money
But-
on top of that?
The boxes themselves were placed in a security firm which requested payments from me for their demurrage, and it went before the Supreme Court of Ghana.
So how much money altogether would you have spent?
I've gone up to about 80,000 altogether,
When was the last time you sent money?
or about 8, 9 months.
And you sent it to Ghana?
Yep.
And you've since been told by somebody that the soldier, the person in that photo, who you understand to be Miller Duncan,
Yeah,
you've
supposed
been
to
told,
be in
a man called Miller
Baghdad.
Duncan, you've been told that person has died, is that right?
I was provided with a death certificate.
Do you
and-
But
believe
the-
that?
The point is, you're supposed to be dealing with dating somebody from the Middle East. All of a sudden they end up in Ghana. That's Africa, dude. You already should have seen a red flag. Damn, now they getting kind of like cannibals over there. They ain't picky. Nigga, you could be gay, you could be straight, you could be a woman, you could be a man. Nigga, as long as you biting and spending, they don't give a damn. They gonna tell you what you want to hear.
I did, but I'm skeptic of it now. And I was also supplied with a set of his fingerprints.
When did the police get in touch with you, Bill?
Small businesses need to create a tax strategy, not just file their tax.
They got in touch with Bill after they seen that Bill and lost his mind and said, Bill, we got too much love for you, Bill. Look, here's this death certificate. It's another one of them Negroes from Nigeria pretending to be anything you want them to be, except they self. Them identity fraud, Bill. Nigga, now they done
And that was
penetrated the dating sites
Probably.
now.
over 12 months.
Even
And
the
what was
gay
that
people
like?
ain't
What did
safe.
they say to you?
They came knocking at my door and asked had I been sending money by Western Union, and did I know where it was going and such. And through their conversation we agreed that that's what was happening. It was a scam, which I quite was prepared to believe.
And what was that like when you heard that?
Well, it's just a case of not having much to begin with, but what you did have has gone.
All behind love.
Lived a debt-free life at the beginning, and
It's
from
love.
what I did there,
That shit costs too
took
much.
out
I told you.
a $50,000 mortgage on
This
a
fairy tale
home
costs
that
too
I
much.
owned, and
Especially when you get over 65.
that was all used.
And what about Miller Duncan? What about the man you thought you knew?
Love
in that
Nigerian
photo?
style.
Do you believe the person you've been communicating with
I
was the person in
Did
the photo?
yes,
Computer
because
love.
of the number of separate photographs and what was sent to me.
And you
by him.
still believe that?
He even hit up Grandpa.
I think so.
Detective Superintendent Brian Hay, you have led the way in fighting against some of these online romance scams, and you've spent a lot of time working with Bill.
Computer pimp.
What do you think's happened here?
When you talk to people that have gone through this
Computer
shocking
pimps.
experience, there's still elements that they believed because it becomes an intrinsic part of their life. It became the purpose why Bill went into debt. It became the purpose of why he went without food for days on end. It became the purpose for why he sold his car.
Sound
And
like
he
a pimp to
changed
me.
his complete way of life because
He
the
was
only
hooked.
thing he had was his future, his hope, and he wanted love.
Bill, do you
Broken
know what's
heart.
happened to your money?
It's probably given somebody a good time.
Hell, nigga, that's a job. I didn't know you get paid that much for breaking old people's heart. That's a hell of a job, man. I mean, that's a high-paying job.
That's about where it's gone, I'd say.
Tracy, do you know what's
I
happened to your money?
certainly do. I bought him a really nice brand new home and a car while I'm in the process of losing mine, and an enormous amount of gold jewellery. And he has blatantly plastered that all over Facebook. And I'm not the only victim. There's 14 of us now that I've found. So
He's like, to me, he's like a psychiatrist. He like saying games to be sold, not told. Then after you get them, then he let them know, okay, this is who I am. And then he show you all of his bling and shit that you helped him buy and say, don't do it again. But this game was to be sold, so, you know, you had to pay me to get the game, so now you ain't got to do it no more. So in a way, he was like a psychiatrist. He cured them people from their fairy tale, man.
yeah, he's having a very good life.
If you want the dick,
Brian,
you got
how
to
much
come
money
get
is
it.
involved in these scams, just in Queensland where you
You
are?
staying home on the computer, you ain't
Queensland
can't
has
fuck
sent
the
about
computer.
$1.6 million every month. We're 150 average nationally.
And you can't keep calling the computer police either. Fuck all that. Motherfucker, you wanted what you wanted, go get it. Y'all legalized prostitution, one of the two, because nigga, y'all some scary ass folks with all this money. Y'all spending all y'all money, ain't never getting no sex out of the deal. What's going on? Y'all can't be that damn old. You can't be a virgin at 65.
You're looking Australians losing at least $8 million a month.
Man,
but
that's expensive as hell to be a virgin.
Pun, but that's an insight to the problem.
And what I mean
People-
by that is that the virgin is, nigga, you're a virgin to your sanity if you keep on talking about this fantasy love story. Talking about it. He had a American accent. You a damn lie, lady. He had a Nigerian accent. Don't just be just making up stuff.
I'm really shocked by that figure here. I mean, there's people with their mouths wide open.
Our research shows that for every dollar that goes to Nigeria, there's another $1.04 going to one of 41 different countries. So all of
Where do most of the scammers come from?
Nigeria is certainly the hub. We've seen a great movement towards Ghana over the past 10 years. I've been to Ghana, spoken, worked with their officials. They estimate 70% of their offenders in their country are Nigerian. We've seen a lot of money go to Malaysia over the past 3 years. Again, that tends to be a Nigerian population. We've had Nigerian fraudsters in this country.
Like I said, bartender, I ain't seen a broke Nigerian yet.
We arrested one Nigerian woman who was targeting people in the United States.
Who do you think is most likely
President
to be vulnerable
Nigeria.
to these sort of scams?
Look, we are all vulnerable. No one is excluded from that statement. If you are approached with the right story
Nigga,
at the right time in your life,
I was born in the wrong country, bartender. I should have been born in Nigeria at this rate. Nigga, I never would have been unemployed. And the way Hush Puppy and them is having money and shit, them niggas are all computer hackers and all this shit. They get more education for free over there. Ain't gotta pay a student loan or nothing. You know, for real, they getting education like these people over here in America gotta pay for it, get a student loan to get the education they getting for free over there, and ain't got to pay it back, and they getting paid.
you may very well fall victim to
Now, how's that dumb?
Why do you say that with such confidence?
Because I've spoken to so many victims, intelligent, articulate
Some
people
motherfuckers are
that have
very
lived
intelligent.
immaculate lives, made good judgments, good decisions, and all of a sudden,
And I'm sure you know they didn't put some of that money away, so when they get out of jail, they still ain't gotta work.
you think, well, how could they make a decision? Why could they not see the obvious? But their vulnerability at that point in their life means they wanted hope. We go out and buy. How many of us go and buy a lot of?
All they had to do was break a few elderly ladies, a gay man's heart, and you know, and that was it.
For a big jackpot coming up, because we live in hope.
And when people are in love, they do crazy things.
But they're also
Jenny,
extremely
you-
convincing too. With their documentation, everything that they present to you is extremely convincing. Very convincing. So
We've got some pictures of some of the documents that I think are floating around here that people can have a look at. And Bill, you said that too, didn't you? That The documents convinced you.
I have stacks of documents at home that are so convincing. And
We have a propensity to believe what we read. And when you go face to face every day, we build up a sixth sense or a degree of body language signals that we say, yay, I know, I wouldn't trust, I would trust, I'll into the kiss my car. And there's something about, I don't know what it is, something about this bloke I wouldn't trust.
Jenny, you were smiling when Brian was talking about these people are intelligent, sensible, you know, got their life together.
That's what I like about the Nigerians. They don't just hit one country like Australia or London or Baghdad or Dubai. I mean, they all around the world. They shit is like, they got a trade, right? And they trade is taking everybody money, scamming everybody of their money, right? And it's like a trade. So they ain't waiting on the unemployment, welfare, none of that shit. They already got their trade, and they computer hackers. And that's the top motherfucking job, man. 'Cause once they like, they can break into your security on your computer like that, and then clone websites and identity and all, and Facebook pages and shit. Man, they can do anything with that. So I don't see how that's a very high standard of education, if you ask me. I don't know why they stereotype them people to be ignorant when they more smarter than the damn police that you got, the computer police that it take to track them down. Because the average person can't track these people down. These people was professional computer scientists, but they ain't giving them the credit for that. They just calling them criminals. They ain't giving them the credit
Were you
for not having to go get no damn student loan, none of that shit. And then they came out and made more money than all them motherfuckers put together.
connecting with that
Absolutely.
picture
All
of
them
yourself?
student loans that they had to pay back put together.
Definitely, and also with what he just
That the American students had to pay back.
said about the Sixth Sense, and there was oftentimes
And they went around the world scamming the whole world. They didn't just scam just one place.
where something would be said like, you know, possessiveness
They discriminated equally. They scammed people equally.
or even down to the fact that, I mean, he'd lost his wife, and I always thought, well, I'd like to
I
ask
mean,
him that.
they scammed the elderly equally.
It's not appropriate to ask someone that online, so I'll wait till we meet.
One of the things,
Have love, have a heart, will travel. To where? Nigeria. Computer love, baby. Hey, the capital of the world for computer love.
that makes it so difficult
That
is
fairy tale you've
the
been looking
scammers,
for.
fraudsters, scumbags are skilled
Computer love,
at
sucker.
isolating the victim from their support network.
You can't
so
do
they
it.
become the person which you emotionally attach and you depend upon. They have
You ain't
nothing
waiting on
left.
your ass
They
with
have
no
no money.
job.
They have no future. They have no hope. They don't have a support network of
But
friends and family.
damn lie.
And that's why we find a lot of people
I ain't seen a
attempt
broke one
suicide,
yet.
consider suicide, and it's an ugly word, but it's reality.
Motherfuckers got me mad and shit. I should have been born
We
in
live in a
Nigeria.
world of stories.
Piss me off.
Stories about hope.
Mad as hell, bartender. Mad as hell, nigga. I should have been born in
Who
Nigeria.
are as Mark Hanish, Michael Hanish, Hannah Blankson, Glenn Hanish, Hannah Glenn, another Mark Hanish, a Hannah Mark, and finally Hannah Scott. Why? Romance fraud.
Don't know a
Lieutenant
damn thing
Colonel
about
Gordon
computers, that's
Hannett,
why.
then another Mark
One thing I like about
Hannah
this one
Mark, and finally
that
Hannah Scott.
this-
Why?
Is that the Nigerians said, fuck being white. I'm just gonna grab a white person and play it off. Now that's you genius. You genius.
Tonight we're talking
Some of
about
these people
online
really trying to be
romance
white.
fraud.
Nigerians just took the shortcut.
Lieutenant Colonel
Took a
Gordon
picture of a white
Hannett,
person and played
thank
it
you
off,
very much for
pretended to
joining
be the
us. You're
person.
at a US Army base in Kuwait. Now your photo is known to hundreds and possibly thousands of women around the world. Why?
Well, they've been used in internet dating scams since about 2009.
They pass them
Do you know how
around like
many
a hot
times
chick.
it's been used?
Thousands, for sure.
All right, we did a quick search of your
Like a hood
photo,
rat.
your image, and we found 10 Facebook profiles, just very quickly, using your photos. We'll just run through them here.